give it all back to the giving tree. I'm gonna wash my pain down to the sea. I said, now I'm gonna give it all for Rockville, MD, and the hometown holidays. Come on.
Getting his start in New Orleans while a student at Tulane University, Ted Garber honed his musical talent and went on to open for Pat McGee, performing at the 930 Club, the Viper Room, and other impressive venues. Most recently, Ted Garber was named the Artist in Residence at the prestigious Strathmore Performing Arts Center. He's here today to talk a little more about his music and perform for us here at Hometown Holidays All Access. Ted, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Bridget.
We're excited to have you here. I just have a couple questions for you. First, I hear you're local.
That's right. Yep. I grew up, went to Garrett Park Elementary School down the road, Tilden, and I would have gone to WJ, but we moved up to Frederick. But this Rockville Town Center is part of my childhood. My dad used to play every year.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I sense a little bit of a twang in your, a little bit of a southern twang there.
Well, I'm in Bethesda now.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
So we're in the deep down south down there. No, I went to school in New Orleans, actually, Tulane. That's where I got my start, and I think you said that. So the blues, the southern music traditions always figured heavily into what I'm doing, and so I think it just kind of set into it naturally.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You said, or rather I saw on your website, the style of music that you play is blues Americana?
Blues Americana rock. That's right. That's what I call it. And it's basically, you know, I grew up with my late father, who was a performer in this town. He did country, folk, and that got in my system. But then I went down to New Orleans, and I just naturally fell in with the blues and the jazz tradition. And then I've traveled worldwide a ton as well over the past decade or more. So it's all kind of come together into this rock and roll, but it's got this New Orleans thing happening, but it's always going to have that little bit of country in it too. So it's been hard to classify, which has made difficult to market, but I call it Blues Americana Rock because it's got a little bit of everything.
Okay, and how do you feel about playing this year's Hometown Holidays?
I'm stoked. I'm thrilled. Yeah, this is great because I used to live here. I remember that we talked about Hootie and the Blowfish playing here, and I was working. I couldn't make it. Then I moved away. Now I'm back, and here I am, so this is awesome.
Great.
I think it's going to be great.
What are you going to play for us here today?
We're going to do a couple different songs. We'll do one from the New Orleans that I wrote called Giving Tree. That's got a lot of that blues and Americana influence. And then I got one that's a little smoother called Hula Hoop Girl that's been getting some YouTube hits lately. That's a little more the laid-back kind of groovy reggae tradition.
I listened to that on your website. I like it a lot.
Well, we're going to hit it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Ted Garber. Thanks so much.
Thanks. All right, Rockville, looking forward to Hometown Holidays. This is one of my songs I wrote in New Orleans. Paying it forward. It's called Giving Tree. Another gas lamp burning on Bourbon Street. Another broken man comes shining feet. Tell him where you got your shoes if you got the time to spare. You got nowhere. Shuffle on over to the St. Joe station. He says the greatest nation is a kind donation, and you clumsily fumble in your pocket to find him a dime. This time, we're gonna give it all back to the Giving Tree. Brick by brick, built flawlessly. Give it all back to the Giving Tree. For me and you, for you and me. Give it all back to the Giving Tree. Wash that pain right to the sea. Gonna give it all back for you and me. Well, now before I could wobble on my two flat feet, had an old grandmama set me down on her knee. Took a long, hard look at the world for what it was and isn't long to be. She said the world is a garden, but a garden gets smaller. You want to make it grow, you better give some water. Holler a song to the sun. She said we got to plant the seed, child. Now, give it all back to the Giving Tree. Brick by brick, it built a flawlessly. Give it all back to the Giving Tree. For me and you, for you and me. Give it all back to the Giving Tree. Wash your pain right to the sea, baby. Give it all back for you and me. Yeah. I said sometimes we get so caught up on this racetrack, we never take our eyes off of the prize that blinds us with its shining. Telling lies that'll try to tire you out before the finish line. The rain keeps coming down, the old world keeps spinning and leaves us all behind. Bourbon Street. There's a broken man shining feet. Tells you where you got your shoes if you got the time to spare. Got nowhere to shuffle to the man, shake his hand and say, hell, I don't gotta be no Rockefeller to help another fella. Cause a fella in need is always a friend indeed. And you're all my friends, Rockville. I'll just give it all back to the given street. Brick and by brick, you build a flawed lead. Give it all back to the given treat. Me and you, for you and me. Give it all back to the given treat. I'm gonna wash my pain down to the sea. I said now I'm gonna give it all for Rockville MD at the hometown holidays. Come on. I'm gonna give it, I said, now I'm gonna give it. Come on now, I'm gonna give it all back, baby, for you and me. All right. Okay. Yeah, come on, Rockville. Come on, City Hall. Thank you. This next one's going out to our beautiful interviewer, that's Bridget, and she's made me feel so very comfortable on the television. And this song here is called Hula Hoop Girl. This is one I did on a whim on a snowy day when I was reflecting back over how nice the summer had been. July, fire in the sky, corn on the cob and apple pie. Well, I went for a drink and you caught my eye, swaying to the magical beat. Hula hoop girl at the party, hula hoop girl at the party, hula hoop girl at the party. Look at you go, round and round. Yo, bending, rising, twisting low. Hips go bouncing to and fro. Then a bead of sweat drips down below. I know I'm going out of my head, y'all. My hula hoop girl at the party, hula hoop girl at the party, hula hoop girl at the party. Look at you go, round and round, yeah. You and me should go away from this place, just you and I. Could you show me how you move in one place, just in case that they never wanna let me try? Hey, hey, you're my hula hoop girl. Swiveling, orbiting gracefully. If only there was space for me, 'cause your body moves so easily. I know I'll never catch your eyes. Now if there was something I could do, because I can't take my eyes off of you, just sit back, relax and sip a brew, because you made my 4th of July. You're my hula hoop girl at the party, hula hoop girl at the party, hula hoop girl at the party. Look at you go, round and round. Look at you go, yeah, yeah. Look at you go. If you're singing at home on the couch, it goes, ooh, 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 ooh. Round and round, yeah, yeah. Round and round, look at you go, baby. Look go. See you guys on the 25th. Thank you. Okay.
All right, Ted Garber, thanks so much for joining us here for Hometown Holidays All
Thanks
Access.
for having me on. This was fun.
Rockville's favorite son
Boom.
playing Hometown Holidays.
We're going to do it. It's going to be a great weekend.
All right, Ted will be just one of many performers for Hometown Holidays happening right in Rockville Town Center.
Give all that to the giving tree. I'm going to wash my pain down to the sea. I said now I'm going to give it all for Rockville MD and the Hometown Holidays. Come on.